Welcome to the software journey with GKey. Data warehousing concepts with real-time interview questions and answers. Lesson number 10. What are fact table types in data warehousing? Like transaction fact, snapshot fact, accumulative snapshot fact, factless fact.
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about what are fact table types. There are 4 types of fact tables. First one would be transaction fact. A transaction fact table store one row per business transaction or an event. It is highly granular, insert only, no updates usually. That means we can only insert, there won't be updates for this transactional fact. Measures are fully additive. That means we can use these quantity, sales amount kind of measures among all the dimension tables for the relations. For example, if you take a table like fact internet sales, the grain is one row per internet sale line item. For every line item, there would be one row. Key columns are like foreign keys like product key, customer key, sales territory key, order key, ship date key, promotion key, and measures are like order quantity, unit price, extended amount, total tax, freight, total product cost, sales amount. These are the different measures and foreign keys. Here the measures are fully additive that we have to remember in transactional fact. Coming to the dimension like relationships, like dim date, it used to be with order date. We can connect with dim product, fact internet sales, dim customer. In the same way, dim sales territory, dim promotion, dim currency. These are the different hierarchies we can go through with the different measures and the foreign keys. Here we have to remember it stores one row per business transaction or event. It is highly granular. That means low level of granularity. One record it is going to have for each transaction. That is called transaction fact. Coming to the next slide, here we can see the simple example like product key, customer key, order date key, order quantity and sales amount. These are the order quantity for a particular transaction and the sales amount is 450. This is one of the transaction record that is going to be stored in transaction fact. And here we are going to discuss about the next concept or a next fact table, that is snapshot fact. Here it stores a picture of process at regular intervals, typically daily, weekly, monthly snapshots. Each row that is equal to state of something like inventory, account balance, etc. at a snapshot time. At a particular time, what happens to this particular inventory or account balance, these things gets into the snapshot fact. That means, for example, if you have 100 transactions for a particular day and final amount balance or inventory, we can check by using snapshot fact. For example, there are a couple of examples here. Fact product inventory. Inventory levels over a time. Over a time, we can monitor the inventory levels over here. Here the grain is like one row per product warehouse date. For a particular date, there would be one row. Coming to the measures like unit SLN, unit out, units balance. These are different measures which can be available in snapshot fact. And next would be fact currency rate. Here also exchange rates per day. We are calculating these things per day. That means a snapshot. Here the grain is one row per date currency pair. Measures are like average rate, end of date rate. These are the simple examples for snapshot fact. Coming to the diagram, dim date can be connected to dim product, fact product inventory, dim warehouse, something like that. We can have and snapshot fact inventory. Like this, snapshot fact stores a picture of a process at a regular intervals. It might be daily, weekly, monthly snapshots. And here coming to the example, there is a record that you can see here: date key, product key, warehouse key, unit SLN, units out. These are the total units which are out, and units balance. These are the balance available from the available units. In this way, we can have the snapshot fact, day end, month end, something like that. And coming to the third type of fact table, which is accumulative snapshot fact. It represents a process with a clear beginning and end and well-defined milestones. That means it will be having beginning and ending and well-defined milestones. One row per process instance. For example, order life cycle. From the beginning of the order, once you get that order to your hands, this is called order life cycle. And claim life cycle. In some of the claims also in banking sector, there will be claims concept. A claim for the initiation to the end of the claim, the cycle we can treat it as an accumulative snapshot fact. The row is updated as the process moves through milestones. Here there are different steps like order placed, shipped and delivered. This is the first phase and shipping process will be there, and finally it get delivered to your address. This is a kind of accumulative snapshot fact. It contains multiple date keys for milestones. Coming to the AdventureWorks 2019 that we are dealing with as an example, AdventureWorks doesn't ship a dedicated accumulative snapshot table, but you can design one logically for the sales order life cycle based on fact internet sales and the dimensions. Example of accumulative snapshot is fact sales order pipeline. Like conceptual thing that we can see here, grain would be one row for sales order number. Here order header, not line. Columns like key columns, there would be customer key, sales territory key, order date key, due date key and ship date key. And date milestones are order date key, when order is placed, due date key, planned shipment and delivery date, ship date key, that means actual shipment date that you received the particular product or any delivery. And here in this fact table, measures are like order line count, total order amount, total tax amount, total freight. For a particular transaction, all these measures are going to be calculated and they are accommodated in that fact table. Here this is the process or sample tables in AdventureWorks database, that is dim date, in that due date and ship date we can use dim customer fact, sales order pipeline, dim sales territory. This is a different like way of connection of tables which are available in AdventureWorks database that we are dealing with now. Coming to the life cycle, when order is created, insert a row with order date key. Here first, with order date key, order has been placed, total order amount from line items, but ship date might be null. Why? Because it is not yet shipped. When order ships, while shipping the order, update same row and set ship date key. Here in the next step, ship date will be placed, and then this table is then used for average days from order to ship. Sometimes in e-commerce sites, the delivery might happens. It will take around 5 to 10 days based on the item that you have placed. Here we can calculate average days from order to ship date. Order still open, like ship date key is null. If ship date key is null means order is still open. It has to get to your bucket. And SLA tracking also we can do in this kind of fact tables. And coming to the last type of fact table, that is factless fact table. It contains no numeric measures or only trivial ones like a constant number like 1. It is used to track events, something happened, or coverage like relationship between dimension can happen. The measure is just the existence of the row, counts of rows, something like that. Coming to the AdventureWorks, a good example is relationship or bridge table that essentially have only keys and no real measures. Here we have to remember that in factless fact table there won't be measures, there are only keys available. That too, it acts like a bridge table. It relates internet sales orders to sales reasons. Columns are like sales order number. It is like a degenerated dimension which is happening in the fact table, and sales reason key. There won't be no numeric measures as we discussed here. only a constant values are going to be stored in factless fact. Coming to the grain, one row per combination of sales order number. Here sales reason key we can take, and this is the different tables hierarchy as per fact internet sales region or AdventureWorks DW 2019 database. And how you use it? The factless fact table, how you are going to use count of orders by a reason. That means 0 number of internet orders where price was a reason, multiple reasons per order. Here one order can appear multiple times in fact internet sales region, once for each region. For example, sales order number, sales region key for reason key 3, this is the order number, and key 5, this is the order number, and key 2, this is the order number. In this way, these keys are constants are going to be stored in factless fact table. There are 2 reasons 3 and 5. For sales order number, there are 2 reasons 3 and 5. Coming to the quick comparison of all these 4 fact tables, first one would be transaction fact. Here grain is like fact internet sales. We can take this AdventureWorks DW as an example database. One row per order line, and insert update patterns are insert only for transactional facts, and typical use is detailed sales reporting. We can use this transaction fact. Coming to the snapshot fact, grain is like fact product inventory per day per warehouse, something per day, per month, per week. We are going to use this snapshot fact. Here insert and update, insert per snapshot, a period, and inventory levels over a time. And coming to the accumulative snapshot, grain example is conceptual, that is fact sales order pipeline, one row per order. Insert update patterns are insert once, then update milestones. And coming to the typical use case, process tracking, that means order life cycle we can track by using accumulative snapshots. Finally, coming to the factless fact, that means fact internet sales region is the table. Here order reason combinations we can use, and insert update patterns. Here we are having only insert, and typical use, if you have any events and relationship counts, we can track by using factless fact. I think you got some idea about different fact tables like transaction fact, snapshot fact, accumulative snapshot fact, and factless fact tables. These are the 4 different types of fact tables which are available in dimension modeling in data warehousing systems. Thank you.
Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT profession with us.